But today we start a new topic, or you can see the new operating system, the PowerShell with the Microsoft. So here you can see here I have a two part in this screen. The left side blue screen, just like your command area. Okay, plus the output area. Think command area plus output area. The right part is nothing. It is only for your notepad, simply notepad. It is a notepad, or you can write your script here. Okay, so if you want to click here, it can be the fully command area for you. Okay, and you can put it here. And this is very nice. You can do the practicing such a thing very easily. Okay, tools here, view, please do later on. And here, which is important, can you see right now this layout? If your script is very long, you can click here. It will give you the whole notepad. Okay, example here, this is right now this layout. You can also change layout like this, editor up and result down. I mean to say the command window down, like a Visual Studio we have such a, okay, you can change the layout whatever you think. Okay, but for me, I like this layout. Maybe you also like that. This is your choice. Okay, and let's start our practicing today. First of all, so very first of practice, what we do always, we always create a document. True. So which document? Only folder or directory. In the Linux, what you used? mkdir. So practically some of Linux commands can be also used in this PowerShell, but remember, not all, because this is the Microsoft. Okay, so my focus will be not on the Linux today, but surely I will ask you every time what we did in the Linux, what Linux use that, so you can memorize. So whatever the task we did in the Linux, we try to do maximum in the PowerShell. Syntax will be changed. Okay, same in the homework. In the homework, if you know, new homework will be on the PowerShell syntax. I hope the same homework will be there, and you have to solve in the PowerShell syntax, not the Linux bash, because you are over with the Linux. Okay, so think about. So I will use the which CMD let here. Can you see CMD let? So practically my task will be to teach you the CMD let here. So these are the standalone objects. Okay, and object always has some properties and some methods. Okay, so there are a couple of not couple of, there are thousands of, you can see CMD lets. So we need to learn from our exam point of view and from our homework point of view as much as. Okay, so first of all, you try to use the new item. Can you see here? It will give you the very nice interface here. Okay, the list for your help. So there are a lot of things. Example, you want to create a new item property, new partition. This is for the system point of view. Okay, but here, this is good for us. Can you see? You can see the syntax over here. New item. You can see the syntax everywhere. You can find value, string, object, force, something like that. Okay, but directly I will use the practice here. You can follow it and try to do that. Okay, and then after you see here, now right now I have no need to use. I want to make it aside this script. Now I focus on the character part first. So what is new item? New item basically is CMD let, which can help me to create any object, basically any not object, any item. So like a document. So file or folder. In computer we have two things only, file or folder. That's all. So what I can use, after hyphen, you see hyphen. In the Linux, what we used? Hyphen. And hyphen, what we do? Switch or option. This is the switch and option. But here we call the parameter. Okay, this is the parameter. Which parameter? To every specifically object. Okay, I mean to say CMD let. So here, look here, what I wanted to do, example, new item type. So it can decide what you want to do. Okay, so here you can decide. Okay, now you will give this option directory. Okay, so don't worry, try to follow example. Please try DI. Okay, then press the tab button. Tab button automatically will give you the directory. Okay, that means you are going to create the directory. Okay, so what is the directory name? You can give every time like this, lab 1, lab 2. In your task list, if you see your task list in your canvas, it is saying create a Neptune ID, like exam folder. Okay. So always you do in the exam everywhere. Okay. It is done. You see the results in front of you. Okay. You see the different output. Okay. Not like the Linux we have. So here you can see D mean to say directory. If it is A mean to say file, archive. Okay. So now you see here the length and length, name. These are the columns. Okay. So let me know, are you able to create your first document? Okay. And then after, always we go to the document. How to go to the document? CD. You can use it here, but we use the PowerShell set location. Okay. And you will see lab and do enter. What happens now? My location has been changed. It's okay. So set location is good. It's working. So I teach you only first new item plus set location is working for everybody. It's okay. Okay. Now, how I can see my current location in the Linux? What we used? Current location PWD. That's what I'm telling you. Whatever you use in the Linux, it is also works here. You can try, but later on, not now. Focus on the PowerShell. So get location. Get location. You can see get local user, get local group member, local group. These are the administrative point of view. Okay. But scripting point of view, what we use right now, think about get location. You can see the current location. Similarly, like a PWD, to be honest. Okay. And so now you are there. Now you want to create file because in the homework, in the examination, always you work with the file. Okay. So in that case, is there any special cmdlet or not? No. In the PowerShell, only one is okay. In the Linux, what we used? Touch, Vim, Echo, or cat, a lot of ways we have. But here we use the new item. Okay. So you can use change it file. What is the file? Example number.txt. Okay. So you can create a not a text file. This is your choice. You can create a Excel file. You can create a Word file. You can create a CSV file. This is your choice. Okay. So basically, always we focus on the text file. That's all. So what happens now? File is created. True. Are you able to create a file? Okay. So because in this, it is a long syntax. So no need to give a long syntax in case of file. Okay. In case of the file, let's see, remove it. No need. Okay. So example, abc.txt. Solved it. It's okay. It's okay now. So simple new item and file name. That's all. But if you want to create a directory, it is mandatory, obligatory. It's okay now. You see the difference now? Okay. Now you can create a one more file. XYZ. That's all. Okay. Now you know how many file created, how many directory I created in front of you. Now how I can list out these data. I mean folder file ls in the Linux. But here we are focusing on the PowerShell. So what we write here? Get child item. Very nice. I hope you like it. You know, you see, this is, who knows the C# language? For them, it is very easy to use. Okay. Properties, methods, the same way. So get child item and see the result. Definitely ls is also working. You can try, but later on. This is your choice later on. But in the solution, in the homework, in the examination, I would like to see only PowerShell idea, not the bash or not the any commands. Okay. So guys, can you see right now? Now let's try to add some data into the file. How to edit the file? I mean to say change some value into the file, add some values. So you can see your document is there. There are some important CMD let. What we use here, set content. Set content. Okay. So what is the file example number? This is my target file. So guys, you can read out the syntax on internet or here as well later on. Directly I'm working on the practice part. Set content, target location. Target location mean to say number file. Okay. And the moment right now I'm in the current location. But if you want to go to the specific location, in that case, what you use here? Example, this file is anywhere in the system. Who knows? Use a path. Okay. Path parameter. Then can you see C drive, D drive? You see. Okay. And here. And if I have a file here, can you see the long file over here? It's for your help only. Okay. Think about. So if my file is here, number.txt, it will work over there. Okay. You understand? But right now I don't want to go into the system. So what I will do, I will just go back and I want to show the real syntax. Okay. So here, this place is for your value. Example, you want to create a file with the number. Example, what happens? Number file has specific number 1200. Now I want to check number file. I mean to say what's inside the number file. So in the Linux, what we used? Cat. Definitely cat also works here. So I will tell you whatever working here, which is not working here. But in the PowerShell, we use the get content, like a same set content. Get content and see. Now you see the difference between set content and get content. Okay. Okay. Next time, what will happen? What will happen now? If I do enter, something happened in the computer system. What is the result? What happens now? Overwrite. Overwrite. Same thing happened in the Linux. Echo value is greater than, mean to say redirection operator. You remember this operator? It's okay. It was in the bash, but there was one more operator in the bash. What was that? What was that? Append. So now here, how we can do append here? So very easy. So first of all, what is the result here now again? Overwrite. Here you see what is the get content? 12. Now what I wanted to use, I want to append. Add content. Use add content here. Okay, one more add content here. One more here. So how many content I added in front of you? I want to check now. So this is called the which operation? Append operation with the help of which CMD let? Add content. So set content, add content, get content. 3 clears to you? Clear host. Host mean to say the console. Okay. So clear is also okay here. No problem. I told you many commands works here for your convenience. So my duty is to tell you the maximum about the PowerShell CMD let. There are thousands I told you we cannot cover. But from the exam point of view, from the homework point of view, we need to cover maximum. Okay, so now get child item. So right now, can you see the size is incremented because we have some numbers. Okay, and let's try to do set content, example XYZ, and so what happens now? I put one line into the XYZ file. How to read it? Get content. But now I want to remove the content, but don't want to remove the file. Which file? XYZ. I don't want to remove the file, but I want to remove this value. What should I use? In the Linux, do we have something? Remove the data, don't remove the file. We can do with the SCD command, it was okay, but there is no specific command which can do the same task. But here in the Microsoft, we have. So here, clear content. Clear content. What is the target file? XYZ. And see the result. What is the result? Blank. It's okay now? It's good. What does it mean? That means we are able to remove the data from the file. So you can remove the file content with easily. So guys, let me know. Set content, get content, and clear content is covered to you. Okay, I hope you can get it. Now, one more important CMD-let, which I will use later on the scripting part. Test path. XYZ. What is the result? Check. What is the result? True. Boolean value will come out. That means file is in the computer. That is, check the file exists in the system or not. So in the Linux, what we used? In the Linux, what we used? Which command to check the file folder in the computer? -F. Test -F. You remember test command. But here, test path. Okay. So I will use later such a thing later on, but the focus, because you know why I'm using here, because I'm working on this clear content. So clear content will remove it, but still file is there. Okay. So get child item will tell me. Okay. Now you want to explore the data into the system. So get child item, then after path. You can go anywhere in your computer, wherever you think you can find a path. Okay, here. Now what will happen? My download folder should show the all files and folders with which option? This one. Get child item -path, and you know you have to give by default. Okay, with your own computer. Check out. I will show you here. This is my data here. Can you see? This is my download section. You can see. I want to create a one folder more. Which folder I want to create a, what was the command in the beginning syntax? First, I use that here, right? So example, my data. Okay. So what happens now? Data is ready now. Okay. Now you want to copy, move, or rename. Same operation. So what happened in the Linux? What we use in the Linux? For copy the data, for move the data, to rename the data, 3 operations we did it. CP command for copy. Let's do that here quickly. Copy item. CP is working here, don't worry, but copy item. Use copy item. Which file you want to copy? Any file you want. In this example, I want to copy ABC file. Where I want to copy? In target location. Okay, so practically, if you go to the syntax, that means it is a source, it is a target. Okay, so if you want to give the location, how to give the location? -path. Very simple. And what happens? File is copied. Is true? Okay, I want to check it is copied or not. How to check now? Very good. Get child. What should I write here? The target location. That's all. It is copied. It's okay. Now, what about the next one? Try to move it. Move item. Please try. Which file you want to move right now? Location is the same for your practicing and do that. What is the result? You see, one was copied, second was moved, and you see the difference between the move and copy. It was very simple. So if I write here get child item, so what will happen now? Which file which should not be here? XYZ. That's all. That is the difference between copy and move. So practically, I teach you basically move item, copy item. Okay. Similarly, we have a change the any document name. That is a rename. In the Linux, what we used? MV. Same here, we have a not move item. Not move item, we have a rename item. Please try. Rename. You see, we have a lot of way computer. Okay. But we are focusing on the item right now. Rename item. So what was the target folder? Data. You want to change with the data too. So what happens now? The folder name will be change. What is the result now? What is the result? Data 2 will be there. And data 2 should have all the file which we have. It's okay. So please guys check out this basic operations, creating, editing, adding, or copying, moving, appending, overwriting. You see, these operations are very simple in the PowerShell. So please see, is working for you? If there is any problem, please tell me. I hope it should be okay because it is the base command. We already finished with different syntax in the Linux. And I hope in the PowerShell we can do change our mind or opinion. Think. Okay, now what about to copy all the files? If you remember in the Linux, what we used example, you remember copy all the files. What should we use here? Regular expression, regex. You remember in the Linux we used. Also the same in the Linux. What we used to copy all the text file, to copy all the shell file, to copy all the zip file. Think about. No. A regular expression. Can you see my screen? Star. Star mean to say all. That means star dot text. All the file, the extension is dot txt. That means end with. Practically, I should say all the file end with dot txt. Okay, it will copy all the text file. So what does it mean? Copy all the shell file. What does it mean? Copy all the zip file. But here we are working with the PowerShell. I will go later on in the PowerShell scripting part, but think about PowerShell is extension is PS1. Okay, PS1 mean to say this is your PowerShell script. Okay, so that means it will copy all the PowerShell script and send into the copy into the data folder. That's all. Okay, it's okay. Now, how to remove the data? Remove the data mean to say remove the file and remove the folder. In the Linux, what we used? RM. So definitely RM works here, but we use the remove item. Remove item. And then after, give the file name. Which file name? ABC here. The right now, guys, I'm doing very simple. I'm in my current location and I wanted to remove whatever I want to do. But if you want to go into the computers, what you will do? -path and go there and do there. That's all. So now what happens? ABC is removed. So remember, this is a simple single cmdlet works for both directory plus file as well. Okay. So you can do or test later on. When you have a time, try to do more practicing. It will ask you the permission later on. Okay. So remove item. Yeah, now you understand. You understand the difference between two? Clear content plus remove item. It is clear, I hope, right? So clear content, don't remove the file, but remove item, remove the file plus data. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so I hope we are done with the basically basic part of the some CMD-let, which is important. And now let's try to do printing statement. In the Linux, how to print some statement, which command we used? Echo. So definitely when you write your program, your script, we will use it. Echo is good here. You can also try, but we will focus on the PowerShell CMD-let. So first is try to use the right host. And you see it works. Okay. Right host will print your information or your input into the console. Okay. So now uh, it is also good here. You can try example foreground color. You know why it is a different from the echo? It is a more powerful example. Right host, you want to change your color. There are some options, dark red. This is foreground color of your output. And this is the background color of your output. Can you see which color you want? Try to do it and see the result. I change it and you see result based on your input. So you can give your result as a colorful if you want. So I want to change example. The next color here, yellow, you see it is there. So background color or foreground color you can change with the help of a right host. That's why right host is a little bit more convenient and show the output. Check out. It's okay. It's okay, guys. So what is the output now? Can you see the screen? Semicolon will make a break and it will go to the next line. It's okay. And I can use a more options here. Example, can you see like a foreground color, background color? Okay, we have a more options. But right now, what I want to use here, no new line. Look here. So what will happen now? It will remove the next line practically. You will see. So same thing we did in the Linux. How we did it, if you remember. In the Linux, we did the same. You remember? Echo -n. You remember? I hope in the practicing same thing. This is the way. So I try to recall what we did in the previous and what we are doing here. So guys, this is basically the way you can try and you can change your output. Okay. So right host clear to you? And here now I want to, we have one more right output. It is also working here. Right output is also good for us. Okay. So here right host is also good here. So you have a two option if you want to print your result. It is true. There is a no problem. But what happens when you working with the file? So example here, let's see, you want to send this word. So you know what is this? This is the same operator. What we have in the Linux. What was that? Output redirection. So example test.text. So what should be the result? Sir should be redirect to the test file. And you see here the word is coming to where? Into the screen console. That means right host, I want to cross check. First, I want to check the get child item test here. Definitely it is creating a file. It is no doubt. Okay. Test is ready, but want to check hello world is there or not? Not there. Sorry, not hello world, server. Okay, this is sir. So sir is not there. That means it is not good. So write host only for display on the console. It's okay. Now, if I change the write host with write output, what will happen now? Results don't go to the screen. Results go to where? To the file. That is the right output. Okay. That means it is nice. So think about. So guys, you understand the difference between write host and write output. You can take any other example. If you go to the internet, you can find more example. Okay. So please try to do that. So I will use sometime write host, sometime write output. Okay. This is my choice. So in this way, guys, you can use a such a stuff. It's okay for everyone. Little bit more professional way, which I use most of time here. Example, name, class, and marks. So what is the result? Okay, it's okay now. It's the same. This is a constant string. So what I wanted to use, I want to use the tab, you know, slash tab. So in the Linux, we use the same with the echo, right? But here I can put this backtick and T, class backtick T. And now you will see the result. Practically, I added the tab with this option. Okay. And what is this? Next line. So I think it will help you. I want to change it here for your help. Look here. So please try to see what happens here. So same thing we did with the in the Linux. How we did in the Linux, if you remember? Echo -e. You remember? So here, write host is very simple to use. Please try. Okay. So this is your choice how to work with your file or your input. So this is your choice how to do. But I wanted to tell you the maximum option, which practically I use for my task. Okay. So this is the way you can try such a idea. So guys, it's okay for everyone. So you understand. So how to change a space separated, comma separated, or some other things. Okay, now. Okay, next you can see your task in the list is task number K. So get location. Let's see the get location. Can you see this is my current location? Okay. Now here I want to use one more important push location. Push location. Look here. It will create a one more location for us. Look here. Users, example admin. So think about push location. You know, there is a one data structure like a stack and queue in a computers. You know the stack? Okay, stack and queue, same thing here. It also use Microsoft also use the stack, but I'm using the push location. So after push location, I'm giving my specific location where I can work. So first task, it will change the location. Can you see the screen? Location is change. This is the first my location, which I use with the push location. Now next location is the public. What happens? Location is change. It's true. Okay. So similarly, I can go more location as I want, but I want to retrieve my location. I want to show you here. Now, what is the result? What is the result? Public, current location, but I have a some option. Stack name, stack. The moment stack, I want to show you how many location I created in my background. Basically in the memory, admin and this one. It's okay. So guys, Now you want to pop out the location. Pop out. Pop location. Okay. Now, please tell me, as I told you, this is a stack. So if I do enter, what should be the answer? Good. Okay. Now, what is the location right now? The result. What is the what left in the stack? Only lab 01, right? That's all. So one more pop. One more pop location. What happens now? My previous location, where I was in the beginning. And what is in the stack? Nothing. True. So guys, I hope you can understand such a basic of the locations CMD-let. So you understand set location, get location, pop location, push location, and location. Sorry, I hope you can do it. And this is the basic practicing for the locations you can do. Now, please see your document. In your document, there is a one second part is the filter. You know filters? In the Linux, we use that. So let's try to do some task here. Get child item. Can you see? I have such a list of the file and folder I have, and I can use a example, some other filter format list. Okay. After format list, I can give any column. Example here, name. And my output can be changed. I will just print only the name column, but specifically row wise. Okay. And you can make a comma and take one more column length. So what will be the result? First name will be there, then length will be there. But as a record, as a row wise, you can swap the value if you want. How to swap it? Length and name and see. So length will first, name will come later. So practically this is the show your output. Format list. So check format list is working for you. There is one more. I think let's try to do format table, which I will use many of time. What is happen now? Check out format table and see the result in good format. So length column will come first and name will be later on. Okay. And what will happen now? Name will come first, length will be later. So practically you can take your output. You can give your output based on your input. Example, get child item. It can be anything from in place of get child item. This is only for sample. Think about, you can show your result, which you feel good. So I think this is a nice format to show. Okay, so there are more you can try with the format wide, format hex, format custom. There are more, but 2 or 3 are okay to do the practice for your results. Okay. And okay, now let's see. Get child item. One more important, you want to sort your data, sorting the data. How to sort the data? In the Linux, what command we used? Sort command. And here we use a sort object. Okay, and do enter. You see here, basically it will show you, it will work on the length column right now, 23, because you see this is the sorting here. Okay. And here, let's try to see descending. Yes, it is good, right? Can you see? So by default, it is showing you a ascending, and descending option or parameter can help you for reverse sorting, right? For your data. So it works on the length column. Okay, check please. If you want to work for the example, you want to sort by name and descending order. Look here. Or maybe ascending here. Okay. here I think I can use property and name. I think here I can use, yes, it is good. Okay. So similarly, you can work with any column by sorting. It will help you. Okay. So guys, this way you can try with your sorting data. So you can go to the system and you can sort whichever you think. Okay, now suppose we have the file, number file. Okay, now try to sort this number file. Please try to sort it. And you see, it is not good for here because the get child item was working with the system objects, right? So here it is my input file. In that case, we need to think something different. So first of all, we need to read the file, which we did here. Okay. So it will give the result. Okay. And before that, we need to read each number, right? I'm not talking about the cycle right now. I will come to the cycle part next later on because we have a cycle, for cycle, while cycle, like a loops we have. I will use later on. But because right now I'm working with the CMD let, that is important to teach you. For each, use that for each object. Okay. So can you see this will read my file? Okay. So first will come 100, first line. Okay. But I need to put the cycle for each item collection. So that's why I'm going to use the for each object. It is actually like a for cycle, but it is a standalone CMD let. Okay. Okay. Now in this, what I want to use in the Linux, we have some variable, system variable. You remember, like here, if you remember $hash, right? So similarly here, you can see here we have such a variable $_. Can you see right now $_ in the last one? So it will process, or you can see it will access each element before the pipe. Okay, that means it works for 100, 1200, 1350 based on your input. Okay, so I think it is good. Okay, and you want to sort object. You see here, it is good. By default, it is show you the how to say which sorting, ascending. Maybe you try with the descending. You see. Okay, so you can try with such a practicing. So here, guys, practically it is nothing. It is only the standalone CMD let, which act as a how to say the for cycle, but it works with the pipe if you have a numbers file before it. Okay, so you can try. Sometime maybe you can want to do the typecasting. Sometime you can find the issue with your numbers. You can make a typecasting. Typecasting mean to say example this way, integer, because your number as a string, you need to change into the numbers. It's okay. Okay, so sometime you can find such a error. In that case, you can solve it. Otherwise, it's okay. So guys, in this way, you can do that. Okay, so now let's try to do one more task, which is CMD let, get child item. And you see here, so you want to use one more important filter. Example here, where object. Okay, so where object. So where object, as the name show, you want to looking something, okay, into your input. Get child item has a long files. So here you want to use that where object. So after that, you can take any decision as well. So that's why where object is very nice here. You can use the property. Okay, and after the property, you can give example the target column. Okay, so think about the property, actually the column. Okay, example, length is the property. Last write time is the property. Think. So right now, my target is suppose the length. So I'm working on the length column. Okay. Now I can give my operator here. Okay, it's not operator actually. It is a options, more options. So what should I write here? Example here, hyphen. You can see more options. Example, equal, less than. You see, this is a switch here. You can use lower than. LT mean to say lower than. So right now, let's see. You can give suppose 20. So you will see what is the filter out the data. Only 12 will come out. This file is coming out. So you are filtering your input. Okay. So if you write here 25, what will be the result? Two file whose size is less than 25. So where object can help us. Okay. So you can use a where object in different ways as well. So it is also possible here. So how example property you want to go example here. Let's say name column. Now I want to focus on next property name. Okay. In that case, I want to use example match. So match, it works with like a some string here. Okay. So look here. I want to match example test.txt. So which file will come out? Test. So you understand in the Linux what we used? Such a practicing with the grep option. This is a pattern match from input. Okay. So where object can help us. Test.txt. Data 2. You know, this is called the filtering. You can filter out your result. So guys, let me know where object is good for you. It's working. So if you want to use such a where object, it is also okay. But like a for each object, it can also works. So in that case, you can use a collection, collection of items. Okay. Before the pipe. Okay. If you want to use this bracket, also acceptable. But you need a one inbuilt variable. Which variable? $_ to process each item before the pipe. That's all. And then dot. You have a long attributes here, file attributes. Okay. So now what is relevant to us? Which column? Name. It's done. Okay. And you have to use example any other. Let's see, like what do you want to give? Test.txt. It is also working. So if you want to go with the list, or mean to say collection of item, you can use the brackets like a for each object. Don't want to use hyphen property is enough, which I show you previously here. That's all. So which you feel good, try to use that. Okay. Okay, I hope it is good. Get content. Okay, now try to create one more file. Let's see, set content fruit.txt. You can also create a file, new item. I told you new item you can use, but directly I can use set content like a echo. So set content fruit.txt and apple. What happens? File is created. What is the file name? Fruit.txt. And now next fruit is suppose last fruit is suppose. Okay. So how many fruit we created in the file? 3. Okay. Now let's try to use one more important filter. So you want to search some pattern. Example, you want to search out apple, mango, or grapes. So in the Linux, what we used? Which command? Which command in the Linux to use search the data? Grep. So what is the grep here? Definitely grep don't work here. Okay, like other commands, grep will not work here, but select string is a good answer. Okay, select apple and the line will come to you. Okay, look here. Okay, so now you have a more options: simple match, case sensitive, quiet, list, include, exclude. Please read it. So example, let's see, no match. What happens now? Accept the mango. Okay, so in the Linux, what we use? You remember grep v? Same, this is the grep v. So please try to see, this can help you. So you can also use example mango, comma, let's see, grapes. Two more words you can find like this. Basically, it is not the word you're looking for. It is looking for the whole line which has the word. So right now I show you the only example. Okay. So select string can help you to solve such a task. This is again important filter to solve the task. So guys, let me know it's good for you. Okay. So next is most important, which will help to solve your examination and homework definitely. So that is the which work with the here example here. You want to count how many files we have, how many character we have, how many words we have. You remember in the Linux what we used? VC. But here definitely VC is not here. Okay, so we have a measure object. Measure object, try to use the measure object. Okay, and after the measure object, think about it works with the mean to say numeric value. Okay, so in your input, what is the numeric value? Which column? Length. Look here, automatically it will come to you. Length is good. Okay, if you do enter, see the result. You will see the property here. Okay, it will count it 3 files we have. Can you see 3 files, text files? Okay, and then after you can do example here. You want to add some of the whole file size. Use hyphen sum. Look here, sum, average, maximum, minimum, line, word, character. This will solve the problem. Can you see? The total size of the files are 57. It's okay? Check please. Now you want to remove all such a idea. Example, you don't need this input. How to remove that? Very simple. Make it here as a like a composite object. Look here. Put in the bracket. This is like a combined command, you know? So it's done. And you can also do here dot. Okay. I told you dot is important to access the properties over here. Can you see we have such a different now, which is relevant here? Sum. Look, what is the result? 57. So now can you put your idea result, your output in front of this? Yes, you can put here, nothing else. Just try to do here. Right. Host is here. Sum. Look here. It's okay. And you can change the color if you want. This is your choice. It's okay. So think about if you want to take only the output which you need it, you please try to follow such a syntax. Very simple. Okay. Now, what do you want to use? So suppose what is the maximum file size? Max file size. What should I write here? Change your parameter maximum. Very good. So try to use it. The maximum file size is 23 bytes. It's okay. Try. And you can print the bytes as well if you want. So try to do the minimum. It should be 0. Try minimum. What should do here? Minimum. Look here. Sorry, I need to change this constant value. Min is good. Okay. So please try to do such a practicing I can use such a idea in my script very easily. I can copy from here. I can go to the script part and I will tell you it is done. So guys, let me know. Measure object is most important. Think about, we did the same task. If you have a file, student numbers, student marks, students grades, I will ask you, try to find a maximum marks, lowest marks, average of the marks. You solve the very easily. Okay. So please think. So measure object is good for everyone. It is working for your terminal successfully or not. Please try. Okay. So please try to see how it works or not. Okay, and one more, which is important example here. Let's see. I think we can also use a. Yes, it is also good. You know, like a select string, you can also try to use a select object, right? Do you remember in the Linux what we used to print some top lines and bottom lines and head, head and tail? You remember head and tail? So same here. Example here. Example here. Let's see here. You have such a data. So here select object. Okay, and you see you have a such a example. Look here. The first data. It will works for you. Okay. Example last two last two inputs line will be there. Okay, and something new here which is I like here. You can also see skip. Skip is example. If you do one, it will skip the first line. Okay, so you will see the result. So select object. Remember, it is a different from select string. Syntax will be different. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so guys, this is basically the very important CMD let, which we will use later on in the scripting to solve our task more and more. Okay, so now please go to the next part of your document. The basic command I'm over. So now I'm working for the start the little bit scripting part. From the scripting part, we need to understand variable. Always we go with the variable, right? So how to create a variable in the PowerShell? Think about. Create a variable quickly with this dollar sign. Okay, dollar sign. After give the variable name example name. Name is the suppose PowerShell. Create it. Okay, and then after so suppose any example random salary. You can put let's see $2,000 and something like that in point value. You know, floating number. It is done. And one more. And what we can see here, age of anything example here 26. Done. You notice here I created a how many variables? 3 variables. Keep in mind it is the PowerShell. If you want to create variable, dollar is important. Put there. In Linux, no need. If you remember. Now you want to print the result. How to print the variable value? Right host. Please try to do that and see the result is coming or not. Done. It's coming. But I also give you the very nice idea. Don't use the right host. Do enter. Why? It is a standalone object still now. Okay. And with dot, you have a lot of things. Okay. This method, I can use it here. Look here. What is the result? It is a floating double number, double type of a data like a other languages. Look here. Okay. And what should be the answer here? Name. Very good, string. So you please try. So, you know, this is a method here. This is the variable here. It is a standalone object. And I told you object has method and properties. So now let's see how to print the date. Get date. It's okay. Now it is your own variable. It is your own variable. What about the system variable? get variable, do that, and see your system variable as well. Your profile, PID number, everything in your front of you. Okay. Okay, can you see your home, host, everything? So can you print the system variable? How to print the system variable? Write host, write output, but directly you can try. How simple it is. It's okay. So you want to print your own variable or system variable, leave it. Enjoy with the variable, that's all. Okay, now how to store the cmd let result into the variable? Same in the Linux. In the Linux, what we did? Whole command and store into the variable. That was the command substitute with a backtick. But here it is very easy. Nothing to do. Get very example. Let's see. I take a different example. Get date. Okay. So I want to store the date here. So my date and do enter. So what is the result now? What is the result? Whatever the get date, my this is actually my own variable, right? So now what I can do more? Do type the dot and you will access these. Okay. Time of day you see here, and you want to do the year. Look here, year will come. Do you remember you have a very nice task in the Linux system clock? Same thing you can do here as well. Store in the variable, use the if, and is easy. So guys, I hope you can do that. So till now, let me know, is it working for you? Are you understand what is the variable system, global variable, how to create it, and how to remove if you want to remove it, remove variable, you can use it. Okay, so now we try to use.
Don't we need to place command substitution?
No need. Here it's very simple, nothing. That's why I tell you the PowerShell has a little bit power more. So okay, now let's try to come in this white part. Okay, so white part is nothing. It is simple editor. Like Linux, we have a VI, Nano, Emac. Okay, you know, but it is a notepad. Okay, so here you will write your script. So first of all, what we do here, always very nice idea. You know, this is a single line command. Single line comments. Okay, if you use a hash. Okay, and what one more, multi-line command. So in the Linux, you know very well what was there in the Linux, in the bash, you know very well. So here it is very simple. Okay, and close it. So here you can write multi-line comments, very simple. So now in this editor, you know how to write a single line command, how to write a multi-line commands. Okay, so now I'm going to use one of your task. Let's see, I wanted to see here. Dictionary, how to create a dictionary very quickly here. So here I want to put here. Can you see that? Look your task list. Create a small Hungarian and English dictionary. And I want to put in the next line. You can read very easily. Okay. So I told you, I show you the previously, this is the array, right? My date. Okay. And I can access whatever I want. Okay. It is done. Now there is something new here, associative array. I know, I don't know how many of you know associative. Associative array, just like a hash table. Okay. You know hash table in a C hash. So this is a hash table. Hash table always has a key and values. Okay. So we try to create a this one. Okay. So first of all, what we do, clear host. In the beginning, you can make a clear screen. You know why? Because when I execute here, this will be removed. So this is the first command you can say, or the cmd_let. It's not a command, it's a cmd_let. So this is the first. Now you need to create your own variable or your own associative array. So if you are creating a variable, itself the array. That's simple. So what happens here? Dollar, what you can write here? Uh, Dictionary, or you can give whatever you want. Okay. Okay. And give this syntax here in brackets, this curly brackets. Okay. In the Linux, if you remember, we have another brackets for array. If you remember, maybe I didn't use, we have such a, but here, check it here at the rate of. Okay. Now here, this part is your key equal assign value. You understand? So guys, now you are going to create your own array. This is basically associative array, basically hash table. So now here, look here, this is the data in the input, right? You know, this is the left side is the key always. Left is the key, right side is the values. So I want to put here this keys and value. I copy, how to copy from the script? Control C and Control V. Look here. In the MS Word, like MS Word, this is Notepad. Okay. So our key values are ready. Now what we want to do, we need to be follow the rule. A rule is very simple. If there is a string, put in this bracket. Like other language, comma, don't use the comma, put semicolon. Okay. Next, child in the Hungarian, we call this Garek. Okay. So put it here. Comma is not good here. What is a cat? This is a Hungarian, I think, Sisa. How many of you knows? Okay. And let's go with the last word. Okay. I think it is done. So guys, I try to see here. So I want to show you here. Yeah. So what happens here? Your dictionary is ready. Your hash table is ready. Now you need to print. Okay. How to print it? Write host or write output, but you can directly call the hash table. So what does it mean? Directly I can call the hash table. No need to write a host here. If you want, you can do your own wording. Okay. Now, so what will happen? Now I want, next task will be what? You write your short script. Now you need to be save it. How to save it? Control S. Give the command Control S, or you can see this button here. Can you see this save button? Save it. Now, please see, you have to go to the same location where you are right now. You can see where, what is my current location? Lab 01. So my duty is to save this script over there. So you need to save the script with extension .ps1. You can give any name. Example, sc1 dot ps1. I am done. Can you see my script name is changed? Yes, you please go to your current location, wherever you are. You know, this is my lab 1. I want to see get child item. What was the command? Here, get child item. Can you see? This is ready. And you can see the time. What is the time? 11:19. It is recently I created. What is the script name? SC1. It's okay. So right now I'm here. I can execute here very easily. Okay. Let me know. Is okay for everybody? Are you able to save your script? It's very. Please go to your local disk or see somewhere, please. You should find your location. Example, please look here right now, where I'm right now. Get location. Can you see right now? Please try to give this command here like this. This is my location in my screen. Can you see? Similarly, give there and try to find and save your script over there, please. Okay. If you are saved, then you need to be execute. So no need to give bash, no need to give chmod. Okay, so call the script. What is the script name? sc1, and do enter. See the result. Your format table is there. You remember format table. This is like a format table. This is your actually array. You just call the script dot slash and that's all. So guys, there is no need to do example sc. Press the tab button. Automatic comes if it is there, and do enter. Execute it. Your first script is running. Look, please. Let me know, are you able to print your Hungarian or English dictionary with the help of the hash table? This is very simple hash table. Okay. And now, okay, now some students are very important, which you will face it. Let me know who has a issue with the execution. Or only one guy, other guy here? Anyone? Okay. So now because Microsoft has a very important CMDLET which can check your execution policy like a permissions. So here, get execution policy. Please check and do enter. In my screen, you can see bypass. It's okay. In your screen, please see what is the answer. If there is a bypass, practically you are able to execute it. If it is a remote signed, also good. You will see the difference. Then very good. I found a one student who is saying restricted. So you cannot execute. For that, we need to use set execution policy. Okay. The student who has the message restricted in place of this bypass. So you need to change it. Set execution policy and go to example scope. Now you have a current user, your local machine, processes. So basically current user is okay. Okay. And then after bypass, put the bypass here. Okay. And do enter. And then yes to all. Okay. Then again give the get execution policy and see it is changed or not. You here, please try to see first of all, see the location, give the command get child item and see this script is there or not. First, it is not there. That means your file is not saved there. So you please save into the save as, try to save as. Go to the file button and save as file button. Left corner file button, left corner file button. No, file button. The left corner upper, yes. Here. Can you see my screen? Here and save as. And go there, the location lab 012, try to find where you put. Okay. So guys, let me know. You are able to execute your first script. It's okay for everyone. So are you able to change your policy? Okay, that is important. Otherwise, you cannot execute it. So guys, there are a lot of C example you will see here. Current user. Can you see remote sign? There is a remote sign. You can also execute it. Okay. If you have a bypass, you can also execute it. Please see my screen. And if there is a restricted, you cannot execute it. Okay. And one more, unrestricted, you can execute it. So please go to internet. I try to find the difference. What is there? You can find what is there and what is the real meaning of that. Okay. Remote signed, restricted, unrestricted. Okay. So please try to learn it. Okay. So we are done with the first script. So let me know anybody has any issue or problem till now. So please try, everybody. Let's try to create a one more script. Okay, now how to create a new script? There is a button. Can you see here, left corner? new script. Okay, otherwise control N, and notepad file is ready. Okay, and very beginning, what you do always here, and here you can write your task. Okay, like this, like a VI editor, I always copy from that list and I put in the beginning. So it can help us to do that. Okay, so now you need to save it. How to save? Control S. Go to the same location, guys, SC2. Now can you see what is my script name? SC2. So you can give any name, task 1, task 2, in the exam you did it. So please see. So what we can do now, please try to read the task. PowerShell script you need to create, which can give back the number of the line for the file. We did it. We did it in the command line. Try to make a script if you can. Use the measure object or maybe use the array, simply array length property. How to do that? First of all, create your own variable. Okay. So which file you want to do? Example here, get content. Let's see, you can take an example. Let's see, number. So suppose you have such a file. You want to read the file. How to read the file? Get content and number. Okay. So this file is working for the specific file, only number file. So your variable is ready. Okay. When you execute the script, what will happen? Your file is printing. Okay. In the beginning, if you want, you can give the clear host if you want. Can you see here? And here you can write here, write host. Below is my file data. Okay, like this. Look here. So this is your choice how to work with the script. Write host. And you want to make it colorful, please try to do if you want. Which color you like, try to do that. But what is the task? Try to understand. Try to find out how many lines are there. In that case, how to do that? What to do? Try to use the property of your variable. What is the variable name? Dollar file. And see here, length. That's all. It is done. So your task is almost done. Okay. And if you want, you can put in a new variable, but this is your choice. Example, you see, you can call the property and store in the new variable. And here you can try to example, write output. You can use write output here this time if you want. Okay. And here, what you can write here, number of line, something like that. So here you can write here, and what is the variable? Count. I hope it should be okay. Can you see the number of line in the specific file? 4. Okay. Look here. So if you see, this is the file I want to show you here. I can put for your help here in comment section here. Please see here. Guys, please try to see. So are you able to use the length property and create your own variable and use the right output for your result? Okay, so please try to see. Now, next option, what you can do? Next option, try to use measure object. Try to use the measure object. File again. This time, what you will use? Measure object. And I told you measure object works on which column? Basically, numeric column. And what is the numeric column in the system? Length. Very good. Very good. Length. So your task is almost solved. So what do you want to do here? After the length, what do you want to do? I told you, please create a composite object like this, which I show you in the command prompt in the beginning, right? And then after dot, very good. Now you see the long list. What you want to do that. So let's see, the task is for the counting. So counting is good. So in this way, you can count very easily. Okay, think. And here, this time you can give your result. If you want host, you can use right host this time. So after that right host, what you can do, you can give example count here. Line count, I think. And I hope it should okay. What is the script name? SC2, right? So look here. It is also the same. So guys, this is your choice how to deal with the task. And if you want to use property, go that. You want to use the measure object, do that. Okay. So please try to see how you can do that. Now, can you try to find out the words or characters? I mean to say count words or characters. Try please. How many words, characters are there? Try. So how can do that? Just copy from here and put here. Now what you do? Character count. Where to change? Which property you want to use for character only? Character only. Here. Yes, you can use name, but property, which I show you with the, which is good here, relevant. Character. Okay. By default, this property works for your name column. Okay. And after that, what you can do here, don't use the count. Okay. Because it match with that property. Okay. Same property. It should be the align with the property. What is the property? Characters. Okay. Now I think it should be okay. Now let's see. Character count. Looks see 15. Okay. Can you go with the words? Try with the words. Please try, and it will solve that your task. So guys, let me know, are you able to solve a basic script for the file? You can read the file and you can work with the some objects. So are you able to print the words? Okay. So same task you can do with other things. Okay. So now let's try to do one more task. Okay. And control N. And here always do your comment section. This is the task. So please try here. Try to save it. You can give example SC3 and you see the file is ready. Okay. So now what is the idea here? Write a script which write out the how many parameter we use in the command line. So please see in the bracket what's there. Args. So think about in the Linux what we has the same. What we can do. Think about your first argument. What should you write here? Args. You know, it is an inbuilt array which deals with the command line arguments. Okay. So args, you see here, it is inbuilt. This is the command line array. You should say command line array. Okay. And here you can also see You see, we have a count. You can use count. You can use length as well. You see here. That's all. Task is almost done. So what you can do here, write host here, args count, args count. Here, what is the script name? 3. Can you see? After I pass, how many basically arguments here? Hello, sir. So it will count automatically for you too. Do you remember in the Linux what we used? In the Linux, we use the same dollar hash. This was the solution. But here, what is this? This is the array. With array, what I use? Length property. You can also use a count property. Okay, this is not a big deal. Okay, so try. So it will works for you. Okay, try to see. Okay, now I hope you can understand. Now I go to the next, the previous script here, SC2. Okay, can you see right now? Now this script was working for which file? Number file, but the user can give any file. Okay, so I want to change the location here. Okay, so what should I write here? I want to change as a arguments here. Okay, this one 0. What does it mean? I told you array start from 0. So args 0. What does it mean? It is equal to what in the Linux? Very good. It is equal to dollar. I don't want to use, but for your help, this is $1. Okay, so please think. So now I think it is good. What? Please see the script. Now we don't care about the number file. Okay, so sc2. Now here, this is your argument place. It works. So now you pick the file from the first parameter. Okay, now you can give any other file, example sc1. And you know sc1 was what? It was the other script. Can you see? It works for that script as well. You understand what is happening here? So try to understand this args0 is very much important for the command line arguments. Okay, and here I use the same thing here in this short task. So that's why I think I should relate with this task today to args0. And if you will write here 1, what does it mean? Second parameter. Okay, think about. So usually you can use such a idea in your script. So guys, such a practicing you can do very easily. Okay. So I think it is enough for the today. Okay. Next week we sit again and we try to do some more file handling task, which is like a SED command, awk filter. You know, we use that in the Linux, but we try to solve here. We have very important functions I will use later on. Okay, splitting, substring, very much important. Okay, so if you have a file, you want to go for the second column and do the work for there. Third column, think about, we have no cut command here. So we need to use that. Directly, I will use the real world file. I will do some operations and you will see. And some more tasks we try to do. Okay, guys, I hope you can do it. Now you can do, you are able to write your first script. Example, your Neptune code, your country, and how to say your marks, your grade, whatever, with the simple write host, and you can execute very easily. Okay, so before execution, 2 things is important. Check first of all, location where you are, get execution policy, must be bypass, must be not must be, should be. Bypass, remote signed, unrestricted. You can do that. If it is restricted, you need to change your execution policy with the help of set execution policy, which I show you here, guys. Here, I think I put it here somewhere, or maybe I can do for you again in the last set execution policy. And here you can apply. This is the scope example machine, whole machine, current user is okay. And then after give the remote signed, it works. Or maybe the bypass is okay. So guys, I think it is enough for today. I think we are done with the basic of the PowerShell commands, almost finished today. And we started and warm up, boost up with the basic of the scripts, how to start it. So next week, I try to focus on the cycles and decisions and some more important stuff. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.